I helped my brother land his first $10,000 in jobs, mobile detailing and trash can cleaning, with a free marketing strategy that takes just a few minutes a day. And in this video, I'm going to give you the blueprint on how you can get customers into your business for free. And if you stick around until the end, I'm also going to share with you how you can take this strategy to the next level and 10x your results. With that being said, if you're looking to start a business or you already have one and need a way to keep up with customers, send estimates, invoices, or collect payments, you can do all these things for free using QuoteIQ on the App Store and the Google Play Store. But you can also try any of our premium tiers right now for $1 at myquoteiq.com, which I'll leave linked in the comment section and the description of this video. Now, I want to start with how we got my brother's first 20 customers, and then we'll jump into the strategy, because how you launch your business is going to set the foundation for everything that comes after that. So I have a golden rule, and my golden rule is that the first 2 to 5 jobs need to be for free, and they need to be for friends and family for a couple different reasons. First and foremost, you want to use this as an opportunity to test your equipment, workflows, pricing, chemicals, everything that you need to do to get the job done. You want to test with these first couple people that you're going to do for free, because you aren't going to really know what you're doing in the beginning. You're not really going to know what steps come first, second, third. You're not going to know how to price because you don't know how long things take you. You're not going to know how to properly utilize some of your equipment. You're not going to know how to stay organized on site, and you're not going to know how to function your business as a legitimate business. Instead, it's going to really look like you're side hustling in the beginning. Not to mention, you're more prone to accidents or things going wrong within those first couple of jobs. So that's why we do them for friends and family for free. In the event that anything goes wrong, our friends and family are going to be much more likely to forgive us than strangers that we don't necessarily know. So first couple of jobs, do for free. My advice, 2 to 5. That way you can learn your equipment, figure out your workflows, and figure out what you charge in the event that you are actively charging these people. Also, you just want to get better at what you're doing. So time yourself from the first job to the 5th job and see if you can improve on that time. Now, after you've done these first 2 to 5 jobs, then we're ready to go ahead and launch this as a legitimate business, assuming that you have licensing and insurance and all these different things in place, because you want to make sure that you have those things to safeguard yourself in the event that anybody accuses you of doing something wrong, or in the event that you actually damage someone's property. So the first thing that we're going to do whenever we're launching this business is we're going to do a Facebook post announcing the new business. And we're going to do a couple different things with this. First and foremost, when we make this Facebook post, we're going to make an offer with the post. And the offer is going to be, I'm starting this business. For the first few customers, I'm doing a very special deal. Now, I'd rather you be vague with this, because in the beginning, you don't really know how you're going to be pricing to begin with. So any kind of deal is pretty much a special deal. Could be like a name your price offer. Could be like, 50% off or $50 off, or whatever the case may be. Make it vague so that way you can kind of judge it based on, who comes back. But the biggest thing is that you just want to offer a discount for those first customers that come through, incentivize them to do business with you, and that way you can kind of get them underneath your belt. So first and foremost, we're going to make the post. We're going to have a discounted offer for our first couple customers, and then we want to have them comment on the post if it's something that they're interested in. So I would say, if you're interested in getting some work done, leave a comment down below, and I'll get right with you to get you an estimate. And we want to do all of these different things because we want to try to get this post in front of as many people as possible. So when my brother was ready to launch his business, we did the exact same thing. I did the post for him, so that way it wasn't coming from him. I said, hey, my brother is starting a brand new business. We're looking to get his first couple customers, so he's going to do a super special deal for his first couple customers. If you guys are interested, please leave a comment on this post, and he'll reach out to you and get you a quote as quickly as possible. Now, the reason that we did all this was because we want to make the post go as viral as possible. So essentially, whenever you get into your Facebook page or whenever you log into Facebook, notice what posts you're being presented. You're usually being presented posts about birthdays or babies being born or weddings that happened. And that's because these posts typically have the most engagement on them. They have the most likes, the most shares, the most comments. And these posts are what Facebook pushes forward because they want to keep people on the platform. So by announcing our business and doing a big launch on Facebook, we are essentially creating one of these big posts. You're going to have people that come on there and say, congratulations, I always knew you could start a business. He always had an entrepreneurial spirit. They'll share it, they'll like it, they'll engage with it because you're venturing out, starting a new business, and people want to support that, especially your friends and family. So that's why we do this first initial post. We get as many people to comment on it, because the more comments we get, every time someone comments, it's going to pop up in front of their friends list, and it's just going to give us that spiral of virality, at least within our own inner circle. So the post that I did for my brother, I think got like over 20 comments on it, a bunch of shares, bunch of likes, and it just was a big success for launching his business and getting him those first few customers, especially when he wasn't comfortable really advertising his business as a business yet because he hadn't done enough jobs. So if done in the right way, this should really get you your first maybe 10 to 20 customers, right? So I believe for him, we got about 12 customers off of this. Had we promoted it a little bit more, I know he shared it on his Facebook page. He didn't have as many followers, but if you really get strategic with this, you can get a bunch of people to support you and help your business get underway with this first post. Now, every customer that you get from this, you want to make sure that you ask them if there's anybody that they know that could also benefit from this service. This is going to be like our third level of getting more customers. So the first level was the free jobs. The second level was the business launch that we did on Facebook. And then the third level is everybody that we get from that business launch. After we do the job, we're going to ask them if they know anybody that could benefit from this service. Now, a big thing that's important for this is you want to ask them in person, because it's a little bit more of added pressure on them to give you somebody on the spot. Hey, do you know anybody that could benefit from the service? They might point across the street. They might say Fred next door. They might say, yeah, I'll shoot you a number of somebody. But it's a lot easier to get a name from somebody when you kind of put a little bit of pressure on them, as opposed to if you were to just shoot them a text after the job and say, hey, do you know anybody else that could benefit from the service? They'll just say, no, not really. Or maybe they won't respond back. So level 3 of this whole thing is asking for referrals and asking for them in person, because people are more likely to give you those referrals in person. So if you do the 3 steps that I just talked about, you're going to get between 5 and 25 customers just off of the bat without having to spend any money, without having to do anything, without even having to do the strategy that I'm going to show you guys in order to get those initial customers into your business. And so now that we've gotten all this experience, that we've tested all of our products, we've dialed in our pricing because we've done all these jobs, we're ready to go. We're ready to get outside that sphere of our immediate inner circle. And this is really what you want to do, right? You want to tap the inner circle first. These are the people that know, like, and trust you. Whenever you start a new business, specifically real estate, I started a real estate business for a little while. And the first thing that they tell you is to contact every single person in your contacts list, because those are your warmest audience. Those are the people that know, like, and trust you. So once we've kind of exhausted that, now we can get into the real strategy. Now, the strategy that I'm going to share with you guys is something that a buddy of mine started doing to drum up customers for his painting business. He still gets jobs to this day using this strategy. He uses a little bit of a variation of the strategy, but it still works. So step 1, you want to join as many local Facebook groups as possible. You guys can probably see where I'm going with this, but step 2 is going to be you want to post in those Facebook groups 2 to 3 times a day, specifically around the busiest times of the day with regards to Facebook. So as you guys know, when people get up in the morning, they check Facebook, probably around lunch, they check Facebook, and then sometime in the evening, they're checking Facebook as well. So you want to join the local groups, you want to make posts in those local groups, and you want to make them around the times where most people are in them. Now let's kind of get into the post structure, because it's not enough for me to just tell you to make posts. I need to kind of give you the ins and outs of what the post needs to look like, right? So with regards to the body text, I really like to lead with the service first, so that way people know exactly what they're looking at. So if you're offering mobile detailing, you can put mobile detailing at the top with like some emojis next to it. If you're offering pressure washing, or if you're offering lawn care services, like, you just kind of want to put the service in there. And then you want to have some type of an offer or some type of a limited availability, something that gives a little bit of scarcity to this post, because essentially people will never take action if there's not an immediate reason for them to take action. So by applying some scarcity, we're going to be able to make someone take an action that they might not have otherwise if there wasn't any. So for example, we would say, hey, we're offering 10% off this week, or 15% off this week, or 15% off of this service, or we have limited spots available for this week, or we only have 2 slots available for this week. And essentially what we're doing is, like I said, adding a little bit of scarcity to a service that really isn't that scarce, right? How often does somebody need to get their car cleaned? Do they absolutely have to get their car cleaned? No, it's something that they can brush off, and they can say, oh, I'll get my car cleaned next week. But if the deal's good enough and they have a big enough of a discount, then why would they not take advantage of it right now? So that's all we're doing with this, is incentivizing people to go ahead and take the jump and take action. The next thing is once we kind of have that body text looking good, I'd ask them to shoot me a message to get a free quote. People love free estimates. Every estimate's free. I don't know anybody who charges for estimates. I don't think it's a good idea, because who's going to pay for an estimate? But once we have that whole body text, we got our service, we have our offer, and we have free estimates. You can also put licensed and insured if you're somebody who's licensed and insured. Then we kind of want to move down a little bit and focus on the before and after pictures. Before and after pictures are slept on. Okay, you guys, you really need to become somebody who's great at taking before and after pictures. You need stark contrasts. You need something that's really eye-grabbing when people see it. You need it shot from the same angle. You need good lighting. If you're able to take good quality before and after pics, you're going to go a long way with regards to getting people to opt into your service, because essentially those before and after pics are what is selling them on your service. It's telling them how good of a job they can expect to be done if they were to hire you. So you want to make sure that you have some really quality before and after pics. And then the last piece of the puzzle with regards to being successful with this type of marketing is consistency. Consistency is the recipe for success when it comes to this. You want to think from the rule of 7. And it basically says that it takes 7 brand exposures for someone to make a purchasing decision. So it takes 7 times of you getting in front of somebody before they can decide whether or not they want to go with your company. So you never know what post is what number getting in front of somebody. So as long as you decide that you're going to do this every single day, day in, day out, multiple times a day, then you're going to have success with it because those posts are going to start to compound. You're going to start getting business. And the rule of this is very similar to the rule of that launch post, that if you have a post that can encourage engagement, encourage comments, then that post is going to get shared more with more people. It's going to be presented at the top of all the feeds. So if you can find a way to also get some engagement on these posts, then that's going to help out a lot as well. So that's the strategy. That's the strategy my brother used to get his first $10,000 in jobs for absolutely free. But if you want to take it up a notch, we're going to kind of get into that now. So if you want to take it up to another level, you want to try sharing a video ad. And a video ad specifically does a couple things better. It's better at capturing attention, especially if it's satisfying. It's better at holding that attention, especially if it's done right. And they are a lot more shareable, especially if you can do everything right within them. And if you guys want to see an example of a video ad that I ran that made my company over $13,000 in jobs in 1 month, I'll leave it linked in the comment section in the description, absolutely free. I have a video breakdown of exactly what I do within my video ads to have the most success with making video ads. But essentially, video works better, right? There's a reason why they run Super Bowl commercials and they don't just run Super Bowl pictures, right? Because video is just a better medium when it comes to selling because you can do more things with video. So if you want to take this posting up a notch, watch my video breakdown of how we did $13,000 in jobs in just 1 month with the video ad, copy it, implement it, and start sharing that out with kind of that same post structure that we talked about earlier. And once you kind of mastered this is like the final level. You want to like beat the final boss when it comes to acquiring customers. If you want to start scaling, you need to reinvest the money that you're making into paid ads. Okay, so this is where a lot of people have a lot of problems. First and foremost, they'll start getting free leads using these methods. It is harder to get free leads than it is to get paid leads because you're not actively seeking out, or you're not actively getting in front of the exact audience that you want to. You're just getting in front of whatever audience is available in that group. So paid ads allows you to target a little bit better, but paid ads also allows you to scale your ad spend with the amount of money that you're making. So you really want to start focusing once you're starting to get jobs for free off of these things, taking that money and then leveraging into things like Facebook ads, Google ads. You want to take a percentage of all your earned income and put it into paid ads, and your ads are going to be able to scale with the amount of money that you make. So for example, the more money that you make, the more ads that you're going to run and the more customers that you're going to get. It's like an endless spiral of growth whenever you start reinvesting the money that you're making back into paid ads. And if you guys need more info on how you can, get more jobs with paid ads, check out the local domination course. I'll leave that link below as well. In that course, we show you guys how we use paid ads in order to get in front of monster jobs. We've done 40, 50, even $100,000 in jobs using these strategies. So if you guys want to check that out, but the word of the day is going to be leverage, because essentially every step of the way we're leveraging, right? In the beginning, we're going to leverage our friends and family to get that initial experience. Then we're going to leverage our inner circle to its completeness, give them a good offer in order to get those first couple of jobs. Then we're going to leverage the people that we do jobs for in order to get more referrals and recommendations for other clients that we can service. Then we're going to leverage the before and after pictures and the experience that we get from those jobs in order to get even more work. And then we're going to go ahead and leverage all the money that we're making from these free sources to go ahead and scale our company with paid ads. So if you guys got something out of the video, leave me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. But until next time, hustle hard and get that money, baby. Peace.